Welcome back to another episode. Before we start, I just want to say my book is officially out. So I've written a cookbook, Fire to Fork Adventure Cooking, is available for pre-order now on my website. This has taken me 4 years to write and a long time to dream up all the recipes. There's a lot of blood, sweat and tears in this. Love you to get one. The sooner you get your order in, the sooner you'll get your book. First in, first served. But yeah, I'm super happy with it. 200 pages, 60 plus recipes, and you know, fire guides and gear guides, a guide on how to make this sort of kitchen and things like that. I'm stoked with it. I hope you like it. Let's go on with the episode. Welcome back to Fire to Fork. My name's Harry. This is Danny Bovitos and Tinston Churchill. So today we look, I'm going to level with you. It might have been breakfast beers, and we've been out camping for a while. And first day that we've actually got to spend the whole day at camp. So we spent the day catching cherubin and planning our dinner. And our dinner tonight is a giant tomahawk steak from our mates at Rob's Craft Butchery. And this thing is ridiculous. Like, it's beautiful, marbled. And look at it. Like, look at it. It's like as wide as my shoulders. Anyway, that and cherubin. So basically this is like a Kimberley surf and turf. Also there are cattle just there because we're on a station. So we, I just thought it was kind of appropriate that the two most readily available edible animals we would eat in this particular location. So to do this, you might remember from my last video that I gave the boys some Osprey gear on this trip, and Nick got a bit of Osprey gear called a Camp Bry. A Camp Bry is perfect for doing a reverse seared tomahawk steak. So what I thought I'd do is run you guys through exactly how I am going to show Nick how to do a reverse seared tomahawk steak. Now Nick is actually quite experienced with doing reverse sears. He's got a Commander Joe at home and, you know, likes his meat and likes his cooking. So that part of it is kind of already there, but the actual technique with this particular device is the interesting thing here. And obviously the other thing is you can recreate this dish with prawns or some other kind of seafood that you like. It doesn't have to be this rare exotic crustacean from the Kimberley. So what I'm going to do is marinate this steak, throw this out, and I'll come back to you in a sec. Okay, so big tomahawk. First step is to dry the thing. So a bit of paper towel, pat it nice and dry. This is gigantic, honestly gigantic. Now, once you've patted it dry, a little bit of salt, not too much because we're going to do a little bit of a marinade on this. Touch of pepper. And now I'm going to throw it in the Camp Bry. Like that is perfect. Leave that there for 1 sec. Because next what I need to do is chop up a chili. Yes, we're having chili with our steak. Oh, actually, the top drawer, there's some little sachets of sugar with some tea and coffee and stuff like that. Do you think you can get me 1 sachet of sugar? Thanks, mate. So just dice this chili up with my, well, actually not my, this is Dolphin's cleaver. As always, all the gear I'm using is on my gear page. So just jump on there if you want to find anything. It's got a whole range of gear, not just the stuff I use specifically on this video, but just the gear I use in general that I find good and that I recommend to my friends and family.
How much sugar you want, mate?
1 sachet, please. I always carry my sugar in little paper sachets, like you get at a cafe. And the reason I do that is because if something happens, I only lose, you know, if you break a whole thing of sugar open, you're kind of buggered. This is great. It's 1 teaspoon, so I know exactly how much it is. 1 teaspoon, 1 chili, and then probably 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Which is all the fish sauce I have. Very annoying. Need to go and get more. Yeah. And then I'm going to dice 1 bit of garlic. So you want that nice and fine. And I'm going to throw that in there. This is quite a flavourful marinade. I need my thing of utensils. So it's a flavourful marinade, but I'm not putting a lot on. I'm just going to kind of lightly brush the outside, and all it does is help with the crust. I'm not trying to flavour the whole steak sorry, marinade's the wrong word, basting is probably the right word. I'm just going to baste this, and I usually like to do this on the ground, on the actual Osprey frame, because it goes everywhere. I don't really want to clean it off my table. So put the clip in, and then put this on top and give it a quick baste. Because it's so big, you want to definitely do the sides as well. So let's get this on the fire and I'll show Nick how to do it. All right, mate, grab your Osprey.
Hold them up like this.
Yep. Now grab the frame and we're going to offset it from the fire. So you want to drop it. That's really important. Dropping it's very crucial to this whole exercise. So now, of course, you need it the right width to hang it vertically. So it doesn't matter which size. So you got to kind of eyeball it. Doesn't matter if it goes thinner is better, narrower is better, because you can only get to the outside, but you can hang it anywhere on the inside.
Of course.
Yeah. So
There we go.
and don't go on the top one. You go one down, do exactly like you just did, and that's it. That's our reverse sear process. So you need a thermometer, a quick read meat thermometer, and that's it. When that gets to about probably 42 degrees internal, then we'll start playing with it. Until then, it's going to sit and casually get ready.
Beautiful. Looks
It'll
good,
probably take half an hour to get to temperature, I'd say.
We've got all the time in the world.
Yeah,
Another beer.
exactly. Whoa. Another tin? Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
A few
Tins.
minutes later.
All right, mate. Now, I just had a look at this earlier and I screwed up. This is a new design of Osprey, so I'm learning as you're learning in some ways.
Yep.
And I grabbed this tight and this flicked up and the steak fell. Thankfully, nothing happened. But something to be really careful of is this thing sliding up as you grab it, because as you grab it, see how it gets loose? So,
And you just pop out the top.
yeah. It's now 30 degrees internal temperature. We're going to turn it because we want 40, 45 kind of thing inside. Flip him around, same height, and then we let it get to temperature. So 30 degrees, rotate. It's
How long
about
it's
right.
been on for now?
Probably half an hour,
Yeah, I reckon
I'd say.
that's right.
About that. Yeah.
Yep, it's coming along good.
Yeah, it looks really good. Looks
Beautiful.
really good.
See you soon.
Pretty bloody excited. But I reckon, as I said, now I've turned it, let's go to cherubin.
Sounds good.
Last night we did cherubin with oil and garlic and whatnot. Tonight we're going to do cherubin with butter and garlic, because I think butter and steak just go really, really bloody well together. So I'm going to take a whole big knob of butter, huge one, way too much because we're going to spill it and stuff. I'm going to chuck it in a cup and I'll put it by the fire.
Just straight to the coals almost. Just next to the coals.
Yeah, just next to the coals, exactly.
Beauty.
So I'll just show you that. Next, mate, your new toy,
Yes.
your travel bri. Now, I'm not sure I remember how to use this one without a beer. Dolphin, do you reckon you could sort us out with a yellowy?
Yeah, we should have one of those at least.
One of those? We have the biggest,
Check the supplies.
biggest stack of colonials. So what we've done is we've got these cherubim and we've kept the legs on where we can. It's quite hard to take the, we've butterflied them, taken the heads off and kept the legs wherever we can. But if we can't keep the legs, then fine. You know, some of them fall off. But anyway, and that's just because the legs get really crispy and delicious. Wow, this meat is blue.
Oh wow.
That's blue meat.
Literally blue.
Actually blue meat.
This one is
That's so cool.
The smaller ones are bluer.
Nice. It's just really nice flesh, isn't it?
Oh, it's so clean. It's so clear and clean and it's just lovely. Yeah. So you want to chuck it on?
Yep.
As tight as you reckon. It's probably the middle. Oh, sorry, the lower. So on this one there are 2 settings for height. Just crunch them in. Yeah, perfect.
Crunch them in. Tighten them up.
Put it on the coal.
Just, yeah, we'll throw it on the coals.
Yeah.
Now that butter is nice and melted and soft. Now what we need to do is crush a bunch of garlic into it. Now do you want to put some pepper in? Yep. That guy. Perfect. Oh, this bloody cup is very hot. Shit. Dropping blood. Sorry. This is very unprofessional. I'm an accountant, okay? I'm not supposed to be good at this. This whole show is proof that anyone can do this. After a big day. If I can do this after what I've been through today, which is
Certainly can.
sitting by a fire and having a couple of
Mate makers.
Oprah Tinfrees,
Yep.
then yeah, anyone can do this. All right, bit of garlic, and then as always, pull the bloody thing off the table before you baste it. Give it a stir. Bush basting location, always off the thing. Plenty of butter, mate. Plenty of butter.
Any butter.
The smell, even just that, the smell of butter and garlic.
These things always
So
come with
intoxicating.
no matter what.
Like, I have literally just put onion and garlic in a pan before at a four-wheel drive show, and about 6 people just walked up to me being like, "Oh, so you're doing a cooking demonstration?" Like, I will be in 10 minutes, but no, at the moment it's just garlic and butter. They're like, "Oh, whatever you're cooking, it smells amazing." It's like, I'm just prepping.
One little bit's about to fall out.
Oh, what?
Oh, don't lose that fella.
It's a very small bit of cherubim. Oh,
No size limit.
there's no size limit on cherubim, just for clarity.
And there are buckets up here at the moment.
Get them while you can.
Yeah, and also the smaller the sweeter. We threw some back yesterday that were very small, but these are kind of like, they're a prawn, you know?
Yeah, the smallest ones have gone to the same size as a prawn, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And like they are a prawn.
And then they go up from there.
And
Some
we
beauties.
have not been greedy. Like this is all the cherubim we caught today.
We get
That's
14?
14 little cherubim.
Yeah.
And that was
That's not a lot. 14 prawns is not a lot of prawns.
that was from 9 till 4.
Yeah, from 9 till 4.
Yeah.
So
Throwing every
we didn't
half
exactly
hour.
bag out.
No.
Like that's the lot, obviously with the heads removed. Let's go and chuck this on the fire. So on tonight's meal is going to be literally just meat. We thought about doing a whole bunch of other stuff, but the truth is, so we thought of a whole bunch of different meals, but it's 80 k's each way to the nearest town to go and get any ingredients, and we only plan to stay here for one night. So what we do have is cherubim and a bloody tomahawk steak, and some wraps and some spices and stuff like that,
Colonials.
and colonials. So the plan was never to do this actually tonight. The plan was to do this on another night, and we never actually planned to do surf and turf. We just planned to do the tomahawks, and we have 2 more. Don't worry, there'll be more of that coming. But yeah, that's why we're doing this kind of thing. It's more of a demonstration of how to cook the meat. I highly recommend this with some beautiful roast potatoes or like cold oil chips and some sort of a side salad, maybe like red cabbage and you know, that kind of thing on the side, and some tomatoes. And oh, we do have some tomatoes.
Do you have some tomatoes?
We'll serve it with tomatoes.
Yeah.
Fresh tomatoes.
Yep.
Definitely. All right, back in a sec. Down low. Okay, so I did turn it while we're off camera so that the end cap gets a little bit cooked. What we're going to do is just rearrange this fire a little bit, get a little bit of coals over here. Oh, by the way, the internal temperature is at 45, 46. So let's get the cherubin on. A little bit of coals there, and then I reckon, Nick, you want to set your frame up right over the middle, a little bit further in.
A bit further in.
Yep. And then the angle doesn't really matter. So you like, this is the exact opposite direction of the other one. You can do it a whole bunch of different ways, but we know that we're going to be the highest setting. We know that, like, it's just do it. This is quite good because you can kind of grab the back of it.
Yeah.
The actual correct way to do it is the opposite way.
Yeah, that's right. You can't do them that way.
Yeah.
And that'll be done in 5 minutes.
Now, I thought we'd have more coals. We don't have as many coals as I thought. So I was going to just basically drop this thing on the coals. We're not going to do that. We are going to use the frame. That's my thought.
Nice.
So don't bloody drop the thing is the key. Grab the frame. Now, be patient when you're dealing with your frame. Can you hold that for a sec?
Right.
The top shouldn't be hot. Is it hot?
No, it's good.
Be patient when you're dealing with your frame. Don't just try and whack it on one-handed and do exactly what I do. What I'm going to do, I want to get as much heat as possible under here, because we're searing a steak. This is absolutely no holds barred, as much heat as we can get on this bloody thing. So that is painfully hot, which is perfect. Chuck the grill on there, and we want to put the grill in as low as possible over.
Rice, I reckon, is going to be second layer.
In fact, you know what I'm going to actually what I reckon.
Look out, maybe.
No, what I reckon is we start with just the end cap, because
Oh,
this
yeah,
thing's
okay.
so wide.
Yep, good idea.
I reckon we do it like that, and just balance it there for a bit.
Ripper.
How are the barons going?
Starting
That
to
side,
turn
yeah.
towards white.
So that side, you can see all the ends are oranging.
Don't orange up like they should.
I think that's the technical term, oranging. They smell incredible.
Yeah, so good. I mean, garlic and prawns. Garlic, prawns and butter, far out.
Yeah. If they didn't, I'd be pretty worried. So that, I'm probably going to leave there for about a minute. So I'm going to go and get my beer. It's you. What do you reckon? How's it looking?
I reckon it's ready.
Yeah, looking
Ready to
good.
go.
Good.
Sideways.
All right. Lowest. Now I reckon. Yeah. Side.
Up.
Perfect. There's that.
Thanks, mate.
And mine's over here.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. I reckon go
Get 'em in.
flat side down, lowest setting. Sear the crap out of it. Yep.
Right over those hot coals.
Yep. And with this kind of a situation, you can just go like right in.
Get out of the stand. Get it over
Yeah,
the hot
just move it wherever you need to. Like, don't be constrained by like, oh, it has to be exactly straight on the stand. Move it. There's actually tons of room to move on these things.
Just get it over the hot coals.
Yeah. And there is no such thing as too much heat for a steak. Let's have a quick look at this.
It's all pretty classic flavours.
Look at that. Look at that. That blackening
out.
is exactly what we're after. And that tiny bit of sugar helps with that. Bloody good. All right, I reckon that looks
That
That'd
looks
be done.
pretty good.
perfect.
Bloody beautiful.
Yep. Yep.
Right, yeah,
That
that's
is
good.
good to go.
Yeah, when you're right down.
That smell.
Smell is so good.
That is ridiculous.
Can you get the burns off too?
Yeah, Baron's off.
Yeah, that
Burns off, so it's good.
So
Well,
the surf is off, the turf is off. Let's check the turf temperature. Internal is 41 now. Honestly, this temperature gauge is quite crap. So I always go kind of, I never want it at the full temperature I've set. I always want it like a kind of 3 or 4 degrees lower. So at the moment we're reading about 49. Rest that for, I don't know, 5 minutes. And then we'll cut it up. And it should be absolutely bloody delicious.
also want that little
Just test that, see if it's all right.
Oh my god.
How is she?
I'm gonna get better. Oh, that is bloody good.
All right, I'll go get some plates. So, let's check. Oh,
We're looking
Oh,
perfect.
Well done.
Cherub
So-
on the fire.
yeah, do you want to bring it off? Bring it up here.
Oh, we're gonna melt them.
Blast them.
Oh yeah, little blast. Sorry, we chucked the rest of the butter just on them, on the cherubin, just for fun. That bone is going to be,
Hotly sought after.
yeah, highly, highly, highly sought after bone. How are they looking? I can chuck them right over the hot bit on top of the other bro.
Look at that.
Oh.
This fits on top.
Yeah.
One bri fits within another bri.
You can actually, fun fact, you can actually get the travel bri inside the bag with the camp bri
Yeah, that's right.
in one bag. All in one bag if you want to. Oh, all right. I think it's time for some gratuitous great B-roll and then some tasting because this is ridiculous. Alrighty. Steak first.
And cap.
Got to.
Oh, it's delicious. Tender, nice bit of char on the outside.
Can't beat a flame grill.
It's so tender and beautiful. And you get such a good sear when you just cook it over the coals.
Bit of chili makes it, I reckon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, tastes good.
Now the next test. Cherubin.
The surf.
On the meat.
Star of the show,
Oh, far out.
for sure.
Beautiful.
Get it together. Together.
God.
Oh, together. Good call.
That is unlike anything else.
Too much together. I like them individually. I like them as a meal. As in like a bit of this, bit of that. I don't like them as one bite. But
It's so different to prawns.
Anyone who could come up to the Kimberley, try and find these.
Beautiful.
Delicious.
and if you want to see some good videos on how to catch them, Shane Healy Broom YouTube. Also, Wuzza from Salty Sessions, thanks again for lending us your cast net.
Yeah, thanks, Wuzza.
Good on
You're a
you,
legend,
Wuzza.
mate. And also filling up our water bottles, and we stole some of your star fruit.
You've got a great dog too.
Good dog.
Good on, Blue.
Oh boy.
All right, we're gonna nail this. We've got plates out. I don't think they're gonna get used.
We're done here.
We're done here. See you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and next one will definitely be in the Kimberley. See you then.
See you soon.
See you guys.
Steak is so good. Can't believe you have 2 more of these. There's mate porn.
Wow.
Just have an ASMR.